What is up, guys? Today's video, I am coming at you with 10 reasons why you should not modify your car or truck. Doesn't really matter, but today I'm playing devil's advocate. We're gonna go over 10 reasons why you shouldn't modify your car or truck. Let's get straight into it. Number one reason is you guys are never gonna see that money back. It costs money to modify your car or truck, and you will never get that value back when you go to sell that vehicle. So you will never get the full value. If you had a car for $10,000 and you bought $2,000 wheels, that car is not worth $12,000. So you will never get your return on your investment. So that's pretty much number one. So you'll never get your money back. You'll never be able to sell those wheels or whatever it happens to be for that same price you paid for it. It is just a lost cause and a lost investment. So number one would be money. Let's go on to number two. The second thing that I want to talk about is when you make your vehicle look more unique, whatever that happens to be, you're going to attract more attention. Sometimes that is good attention, sometimes that is bad attention. So if you happen to be speeding, your vehicle that looks more flashy is going to be more likely to get pulled over versus just driving something that looks like your typical car. It is not attracting as much attention. So the more you customize your vehicle, the more it looks more unique, the more likely you are to attract attention for better or worse. The third thing I want to talk about is on the topic of more attention. Some of these mods are not necessarily always legal. For example, some states do not allow you to have tinted windows. Could be exhaust, could be all sorts of different stuff. Depending on how low your vehicle is, that could violate some stuff. So some mods are legal. Keep that in mind. So you could be getting in trouble with the law based on what mods you do and where you live. The fourth item that I want to talk about is marginal gains. So there is a lot of false advertising out there. I could go on a completely different video on this subject. There is a lot of gimmicks and devices and things that are sold to people as increasing miles per gallon, giving you, X number of horsepower, throttle body spacers, electric turbos, all kinds of things that tell you that you are going to get more power, more efficiency, more miles per gallon out of your vehicle. Performance chips off eBay are just one example. So just know, you guys, by the time you spend money on some of these things, it might be to get more performance, more miles per gallon. Sometimes there is legitimate gains to be had, but you have to look at it from the perspective that by the time you calculate the amount of money that you spend on this device, item, piece, you may not ever receive that back in gains. So if you spend $1,000 to get some sort of performance chip that might give you half a miles per gallon, how many miles do you have to put on your vehicle in order to receive back that $1,000 or so? So just keep that in mind. There is legitimate gains to be had, but at the same time, some of these gains are fictitious. They're false advertising. So keep on a lookout if that is your goal. Cold air intake, stuff like that doesn't always give you better gas miles. So just watch out and be aware on what you guys are purchasing. The fifth item I want to talk about when you modify your vehicle is sometimes it can make it harder to drive. And what I mean by that is sometimes by lowering a vehicle, such as this one or this one, it is harder to drive. You're more likely to scrape the bottom ends, and an extreme example is this one. You're more likely to scrape. You have to drive at an angle when you're leaving parking lots and different entrances and stuff like that. Not only that, but sometimes if you modify your vehicle too much, if you put a supercharger or a turbocharger and you have different mapping in the computer, sometimes it can be more hard or difficult to drive. Or if it's obnoxiously loud and you have to go on a long drive, it could be pretty annoying to drive. So keep that in mind when you modify a vehicle. It's not like just jumping into a regular car and it's quiet, it's comfortable, the suspension is plush. Take that for what it's worth. Obviously, we enjoy some modified vehicles here, but also know that it's going to be more difficult to drive and maybe a bit more of a nuisance and less comfortable. So keep that in mind. Let's move on to the next one. The sixth item that I want to talk about is theft. When you guys modify your vehicles, make it more flashy, more unique, draws more attention, it is more likely to get stolen. Somebody is going to like these wheels or those wheels or any wheels just as much as you are, and you could be more susceptible to the vehicle getting stolen or that specific mod that you put on there to get stolen from you. So sometimes they might just leave the car but take the wheels. So keep that in mind, you guys. I know a lot of guys will spend hard-earned money on something like this and they won't go that extra mile to get wheel locks or something like that. Not that wheel locks are going to prevent theft from happening, but it does make it a little bit harder. So keep that in mind, guys. If you guys are going to make the investment to get something like that, make sure your investment is protected at least, and don't go leaving your vehicle unattended in places where something like this can happen. One spot, just real quickly, is the movie theaters. That is a huge spot where people often get things stolen. They know that you're going in there for 2 hours. Movies these days are kind of long, so a little bit off topic, but don't leave your vehicle unattended and make sure your investment is protected. Otherwise, you're more likely to get something stolen. The seventh item that I want to talk about is insurance and insurance value. A lot of people will often modify their vehicle and, for different and various reasons, they won't notify their insurance company of their modifications. And going based off the last point that I was making, if your vehicle does happen to go missing, you are not going to get the insured value with that additional accessory that's on your vehicle. So, you're only going to get compensated for what the insurance company is aware of and knows is on your vehicle. So if you go ahead and spend $5,000 or, X number amount on a set of wheels, the insurance company is only going to compensate you for the value of whatever a stock set of wheels are. So keep that in mind, you guys. I know a lot of guys will often not report certain things to their insurance company, but if it ever goes missing or if your vehicle is ever wrecked in a collision, you are not going to get compensated for all that stuff. So take that for what it's worth, but let's move on to the next point. The eighth point that I want to make on this is reliability. Often when you install some sort of performance part, your reliability can go down. The stock components of the vehicle are engineered and manufactured to withstand quite a long time under use. A lot of times when you install something that isn't the original part, 90% of the time, your reliability of that vehicle will go down. For example, aftermarket wheels often aren't as strong as the original ones, so that can lead to different events happening, cracking rims, breaking rims, bending rims. Just keep that in mind, you guys. Even exhaust systems, a lot of people will take off the factory exhaust systems, which are often in today's day and age stainless steel ones, and they'll put it on a different exhaust, and you'll see that aftermarket exhaust rust out prematurely compared to a stock one. So just keep that in mind, you guys. When you change out the factory components, they're not quite engineered with as much ingenuity as the factory components. Doesn't apply to everything, but does apply to the majority of things. So if you guys are driving your daily driver, if that vehicle happens to be your daily, I recommend not to mess with it too much, because if that's your transportation to work and that thing breaks down, that prevents you from going to work, making money. You guys know the deal. Let's move on to the next one. Number 9 that I want to talk about is increased wear and tear. When you extract more horsepower, more torque out of your vehicle, that is going to lead to increased wear and tear on the bearings, on different components within the engine, the transmission, the rear end. Pretty much every joint in the vehicle is going to have more wear and tear and more added stress on it. Case in point is the Dakota. When we supercharged this thing, we weren't sure on the history on this engine. We didn't blow it up in the sense of, not enough fuel or any of that sort of thing, but the added horsepower, the added torque quickly determined the weak spot on that engine. Like I said, we don't know the history on that engine, but it ended up adding more pressure, more stress to the bearings in the bottom end on this, and it quickly showed where its weakness and flaw was, and it added to more wear and tear. Ended up wiping out the bearings on that, and just keep that in mind, you guys. That vehicle is not a daily driver at this point, so it's not a big deal, but if you were to do something like that to a vehicle that, going back to the point before, a vehicle that is for your transportation, your daily transportation to your work, to your job, that would leave you in a weird situation and a bad situation. So just keep that in mind, you guys, that it's going to add to more wear and tear on your vehicle depending on what components. Obviously, a supercharger is an extreme example, but it does lead to more wear and tear. Even something like lowering a vehicle does put added stress on some of the ball joints and different things of that nature. So keep that in mind. Let's move on to the next one. And the 10th point that I would like to make for you guys when you modify your vehicle is you have to account for your time or somebody else's time to install that part. So whether you're doing it yourself or you're paying a shop to put it in, that is added labor, added money to that investment. So if you guys end up putting on wheels or you guys end up putting on exhaust and you pay a shop to put that on, that makes that modification even more expensive. And going back to some of our other points, you won't get that return on your investment in the long run. So keep that in mind, you guys. Time is money. It doesn't matter if it's your time or if it's somebody else's time. Labor is labor, and that has to be accounted for when you think about these mods. So that's it for my 10 lists of things that you guys should watch out for when you modify a vehicle. Let me know if I missed anything. I know this video we made kind of playing devil's advocate. We do like to experiment with different modifications on this channel and performance parts, but I kind of wanted to make this video to get your guys' opinion. If you guys think I missed anything, definitely leave a comment down below or add your comment to all the things that I talked about in this video. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know, you guys. Also, be sure to check out the other videos on this channel. We have a lot going on and a lot of cool stuff if you guys are into this sort of thing. So anyways, you guys, make sure you give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, also hit that bell notification so you're notified of all of our latest videos, and we'll see you on the next video. Take care.